Today, we will engage in a service called the Blessing of the Greens. At this time of year, people often decorate their living and sacred spaces with evergreens and lights. So we take this chance to consider what these things mean and to offer them and ourselves a blessing for the season. Regardless of religious background or practice, all beings seek comfort amidst the beauty and strength of the evergreens in winter. Together, we find common hope amidst the diversity. You have been asked to bring forth holiday greenery and place it on our table. Additional greenery has been provided for those who may not have any or who may want to take some back with them. As with all of our services, please feel free to participate however you feel comfortable. We will bless these decorations with the water we consecrated together at the beginning of our church year. We will also honor our fantastic church tree. Thank you, Dave, for providing this lovely tree, with our hopes and wishes for the new year. Let us join together as people from many religions or no religion to honor the beauty and splendor of nature in this season. In a few moments, I will offer a blessing to the greenery, which will follow with the lifting of our spirits and voices by singing the holly and the ivy. After that, I will ask you to take a paper ornament, and we have pencils and pens in the box. If you will, write on it you can take more than one, write on it your hopes and dreams for the coming year. I will then ask you to come up and place your ornament on the tree. We have hooks in the bowl there. Next, we will light the tree and then sing "O Christmas Tree." After the service, you are welcome to come retrieve your greenery or take some extra cuttings back with you. Before we do any of that, I'd like to take just a few moments to talk about the significance of evergreens in the wintertime. The concept of bringing greenery into the home and the temple is recorded in history as far back as the ancient Egyptians, but it is likely that it was a practice done even earlier than that. We know that the Egyptians brought green date palms into their homes to cure what they called the sickness of Ra, which was when the daylight grew shorter and shorter. It was believed that the impending darkness was because the sun god Ra was becoming ill. By bringing in the palms, the Egyptians believed they could bring back the health of the sun god. Celtic Druids decorated their temples during the winter solstice with greenery as well. And the Vikings liked to burn evergreens in the cold season because they believed it released the spirit of the wood and gave them strength to get through the hard winters. It is from that practice that we have the tradition of the Yule log. The tradition of bringing in the evergreens expanded from the people of the north and made its way south into Europe. By the 16th century, the custom of bringing a tree into the home for Christmastide became widespread throughout Germany and the Scandinavian countries. And it was from Germany that the tradition made its way into England and eventually America. Evergreen trees and plants have been revered as sacred things for thousands of years in many cultures and many religious practices. This is because most trees and plants in winter appear to us as if they've died. Trees have lost their leaves and appear as empty skeletons amidst the cold white landscape. Other plants seem to simply wither away. The sun itself seems to grow weaker every day. In the midst of this panorama of hardening and degradation, the evergreens appear to defy it all. They stay green and full of life while everything else declines. People thought that the evergreens must have some kind of magic within them. Bringing in those plants helped to add power to the chamber and chapel alike. That beautiful green flora represented resilience against the cold and dark, as well as hope for the return of springtime. Some of these sacred plants include the pine, the spruce, and the fir trees, which stand tall and proud against the winter snow and winds. The holly tree may be smaller, but is just as sturdy. It is revered because it produces bright red berries in the midst of winter, when other plants seem to retreat from the cold. It is the red and green of this plant that gives us our Christmas colors. Some ivy plants seem to wrap themselves around other trees as if to keep them alive and surround them with love and protection, though they're actually mostly detrimental to their hosts. The fabled mistletoe was revered because it grows on the oak tree, which is yet another sacred tree in other seasons. The mistletoe plant, however, is actually parasitic to trees, and its berries are poisonous. But its lore has survived the ages. Such is the power of sacred traditions. Because of its ability to grow and produce in the winter, mistletoe has often been associated with fertility, and people have been kissing under it or near it for thousands of years. For us, these evergreens can represent the ability to survive hardship. Like the deciduous trees that lose their leaves in the fall, in order to get through the winter, some of us shut down when times are challenging. The evergreen can show us how to stand fast and hold on when things get tough. Just as with us, conifers tend to survive better when they form groups that grow up together and protect each other. For all these reasons and more, we bless the evergreens of this season. Let us now begin our ceremony. The holy Walmart water sprinkler. In the name of this congregation, we offer a blessing to these greens. May these leaves and boughs remind us of the beauty of nature. May they fill us with joy and offer us hope for the future. May we share in their strength in getting through the cold and dark winter. May they be a symbol of renewal that transcends all boundaries. We honor the gifts of earth and bestow upon them this water consecrated by our hopes, our dreams, and our blessings. You too. This one's been here forever. Please remain seated and join me in singing a carol that celebrates two of the magical plants of this season, the holly and the ivy. At this time, I'm going to hand out these paper ornaments and a box of pencils and crayons, colored pencils, regular pencils. If you so choose, consider the hopes and wishes you have for the world and your community as we end this year and look forward to a new one. Please write your thoughts on one or more of the ornaments and then attach a hook to it. After everyone is finished, I will ask you to come forward in no particular order and place your ornament anywhere on the tree, after which we will light it. Now, we will light the tree.
Oh, didn't know that was coming.
May the hopes and dreams that we now fill this tree be extended into the new year. And may this season and beyond be filled with joy and light.
Oh,
Well, that's pretty.
Like that, huh? Ooh. They like the twinkles, okay. I was worried nobody would like the twinkles. Please remain seated as we sing, "Oh Christmas Tree." I think we had different words, Eileen. We had different words than yours. Thank you for joining us for this special service. We hope it'll make the season more bright and merry for all. May we carry the spirit of renewal, hope, and unity in our own spaces, our sacred places, and our community so that we may create a spirit of love that extends beyond the holiday season. After the service, please come collect your greens and feel free to take some of the extra greenery we have provided. For reflection, consider what traditions and symbols resonate with you and how they might inspire a deeper connection to the community and world around you. And also consider the ways in which the act of decorating becomes a spiritual practice, inviting us to pause, reflect, and appreciate the beauty that surrounds us.